Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am bringing you a video that I'm working through in my head. It is for the Shimmerz design team and I'm on the color kits team. And what I like to do is swatch the colors for myself before I get going because it gives me a better idea of direction of where I want to go. This is just a piece of cheapo scrap paper. It is not gessoed, yada, yada, yada. It's just giving me the vibe of what we have going on. So let me show you what I've got. The very first one, it is a Shimmerz and it is called Silver Bells. So you're getting this nice little, Shimmerz already have the liquid in it, by the way. So yes, we've got some nice, shimmer, hello, in it. And with Shimmerz, there's already liquid in there. I have this handy dandy tool from the dollar store. Very, very fancy and exclusive. You just mix it up and your goodies are good to go paint-wise. Awesome, right? So I have that. And I will put this right to this, right to the side there. Then the next one, it is called Ocean Water. And I'm telling you guys, you're going to see this color a lot from me coming up. So here's the vibe, and it's a spray, but I used a paintbrush on all of these to kind of give me a similar swatch. And then I did splatty bits, if I could, with the materials. So there's the color, not mixed up. And of course, I want to roll with it. I don't want to shake it up because I don't want to get any of those good sparkly bits stuck in the nozzle. So it looks super dark in the bottle, but yeah, with a paintbrush, that's how it is. And then I have some splatty bits right here. Awesome. So then my next color, this is Ahoy Matey, and it's a coloring. So we're not dealing with the shimmer in that or the pearly bits as much. It's a straight color. It is gorgeous. It's a nice deep blue. And now what I want to let you know is, I didn't layer it. I didn't do it more than once. So that's a straight color. A little bit of splatty bits around that. So it just looks uber dark. Gotcha. Great. Actually, I can bring these down a little bit so you can see the wonders of the colors I get to play with. Then this one right here, it's a Creamies. Ta-da. I need to activate it with water again because I did my swatches yesterday. It is called Witch's Blue, and it is one of my favorite blues. It's a gorgeous navy. And y'all know how much we need navy in scrapbooking. So I have Witch's Brew. And then my final color, it's an Inklings. So I've got shimmer on shimmer on shimmer. And it is called Pistachio. Super cool. So my last two colors, I have to go ahead and activate them with water. Not a big deal. And then I let them dry overnight. You do you, how you like to handle that. But I like to let them dry overnight. All right, so now these little fellas are going to be good to go. I can move this. Oops, I'm moving in, guys. Supposed to be moving out. Lordy. Okay, so I'm going to put all of my paints up so I don't bump them, but I do have my swatch right here. All right, the next thing in our color kit, they're dots, and they're so cute, and they match the collection so well. Could not be happier, so let's just go ahead and get them out of the little package. And then I can use the packaging if I need to. So here's my colors and here are my dots. And look at that color match. So they read You and Me, XOXO. And then this one just has different little stars in it. Super cute. And then I have these little die cuts that are these cute little leafy bits right here. So they are gorgeous. Awesome. I get to work them in. And they've got a slight little sheen to them. So that makes that kind of fun. So I have a little bit of different dimension going. And then finally, you know how there's always the cut file. And I cut it twice simply because I don't know what I'm doing yet. Now I'll show it to you here and you won't be able to see it as well, but then I'll bring it into with this Amy Tan piece of pattern paper. So it's a wreath and it's leafy bits. And I already feel like I'm not going to leave it in wreath shape. So this is what it looks like cut out. And yes, I just have to pop that piece out. I haven't taken the white off yet in case I want to use Shimmerz paints on them, because if I want to do that, I like to do that while it's still on my board. It stays flatter. So this is just a piece of Amy Tan pattern paper, and it's from her project pad, so I don't know the name of it. Okay, so since we have that little dot that reads you and me, I have a picture of my oldest daughter and myself, and we are recently on vacation in northern Michigan. And she loves Big B coffee. She likes it more than Starbucks and, you know, yada, yada, yada. So she was all excited. Little did I know that when you order a large, they are massive. You only need a medium from Big B. So huge. So this is our condo right here. Actually, our condo is that one back there, and it faces onto like all this green space. So she's all happy. She's got her coffee, and she does, what is it? A cold brew with 1 shot of honey and oat milk. Yes, that's hers. And mine is like a kind of like a peppermint mocha thing. Yes, anywho. So that is my photo. Great. So in the meantime, I need to get a piece of white cardstock, and I think I'm going to do a diagonal design. So I need to also get a piece of pattern paper that I'm imbibing. And I'll be back in a minute. All right, I've got a little traction. Have done nothing with my photo yet. I'll be matting that 500 times shortly. So what I did is I went ahead and took another piece of that Amy Tangerine paper from my project pad, and I cut it on the diagonal, and I just scuffed it up. And then I really, really scuffed up this edge. This is just done with one of these little handy dandy scufferators on the edge. Great. So this is that cut file I showed you in the big wreath, but I went ahead and cut off some of the pieces because I want to use them as a mask to start with my sprays. And remember, my sprays are these two. So I thought it would be fun to have some light spraying with those. I don't want the whole thing done. And I'm going to take this off. Great. And I'm going to just really, because I don't want this to be perfect, because, you know, I don't believe in perfect. I'm just going to put a dot of adhesive on the end of my little leafy bits, lay them down, and do a nice light spray over them. So let me get those adhesed lightly on the places where I would want them, and I'll be right back. So I decided to go ahead and just use some washi tape on those spots because it's going to be covered and you won't see it anyway. So why not do it as easy as possible? So easy to pull up. So the first color I can come in with, this is Ocean Water, the one I am vibing so much. And I don't care really what gets over here. I just know I want to leave some white up top. That's pretty much all I know so far. Moving my goodies out of the way. This glass mat is from Glass Door Studios, and I love it because it cleans up so easily. So I'm going to be a little bit careful and spray from, you know, a distance so that I can get a little bit more of a subtle vibe. So I'm happy that's plenty, and it's a gorgeous color. Now look at the difference with the spray and when I swatched it with a paintbrush. So you can get the most cool opposing looks. And this is a deeper color like we talked about. It's a Colorings Ahoy Matey. And it's like straight up color. You're not going to get the shimmery bits. And okay, to get those splatty bits like I got, I just so lightly and slowly depressed it because I want splatty bits and I want, like, you know, the sprayed bits. So just being a little bit careful. See, super slow. There we go. So that is it. I'm going to let that dry. And I'll be back in a second to show you the what's what. But listen, well, actually, let's be really careful. And I'm going to pull up my stenciling pieces, which are actually my cut file. And look at that. So that is awesome. Because what I'm planning on doing is coming back and overlapping some of these areas with my cut file that's just in white. I'm excited about this. This master plan is coming together. So I'm going to have them in just white, as well as I think I'm going to paint in a couple of the leaves in my other colors. So I'll be with you in a moment. So now I'm at the point where I'm painting directly on my cut file, and I think I want to do 3 of the leafy bits on this. I did, and I don't even know how much I'm going to use. I used 5 to mask on my mixed media piece, right? So I'm going to have them coming and going, and I think I like where this is going, but it's just a process of seeing, and I'm dabbing paint on. I like when I do the kind of the dabbing technique because it tends to make it look just a little bit more painty, like watercolory, and I do like that effect. So I went in so far with the Shimmerz in Silver Bells. Now I'm going to go in next with this deeper color, this Creamies in Witch's Blue. And remember, this one is not going to be quite as shimmery. We're going to get like a nice satin finish. But you know what? Sometimes when you paint it on, you get this different vibe anyway. So I thought I would come in a little bit more from the bottom, and I'm going to finish off the tips with this absolutely gorgeous pistachio. It is like beyond shimmery because it's an Inklings. So I'm going to go just same thing, dot, dot, dot on top of what's already there a bit, but then I'm going to finish off my tips in the pistachio tone. So I will keep going with this, just going kind of splat, 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 differing amounts going up because, you know, leafy bits aren't all perfect. So why should we insist on this all going on perfectly, right? Nature does what nature does. Although, yes, I know there's no leaves that are silver. Well, I don't know. Are there silver, blue, and green leaves? That is a question. Some of you guys know this stuff. So, yeah, this is my vibe. Going in with a little bit. Looks like a hot mess right now. I get that. Totes get that. But I'm hoping to look cool when I'm done. All right, little rinse in my Crafting Queen mug I keep up on my desk. And now let's take a look at this pistachio color, which I am so vibing on. Want to make sure to get lots of that gorgeous shimmery goodness in here. So yep, oh, and I did not treat this cut file at all. It is just the paper, and I think it's Colorbach I have on here. It's a super cheap cardstock. I'm just using up the pack. Maybe picked it up at Walmart. All right, I'm gonna keep going with this. I'll be back in a jiffy. So I'm super excited with the way this has come out. Nothing is attached down. I thought I wouldn't torture you going through that. This has a little bit of blue on it. I'm choosing to leave it because I'm gonna end up doing splatty bits. It's fine. So this is the photo matted. I have a white frame around it, which is just in the printing process. The first 2 layers are the pattern papers you've seen. And then I went into the pattern paper 6x8 and used this one right here because I wanted like a strong contrast of these colors. And I thought maybe I should bring in the pink because the other colors match my kit so incredibly well. So we have that, and I think we're going to do like pretty much, do I do central? I think central. So that might have me move my leaves around just a little bit because I like them so much. I want them to show. So just a little bit like that. Sweet. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to pull this one out just a little bit more too, because I'm covering stuff. That's not going to make me as happy. All right, I'm going to get everything attached down. I have to come up with a title. I have to figure out where my little dots are going to go. I have all of these cute leafy bits that I'm just going to tuck, 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 tuck. I think that would be the best bet for them. And I'll be back. Oh, and Blue decided. He got excited. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. So let's take a look. I have all of my pieces on. I've used all the goodies in the mixed media part of the color kit, right? I have my cut file on. So I have these little cute leafy bits and my dots. Oh, And I decided to bring this this iridescent silver alpha in because we have the silver bells is the, do I want to put Brew up there? No, because I like that you can see we're at the condo. Kind of a thing. Ooh, do I go ahead and just, oh, I like this idea. I think my title is going to be a little subtle. And I'm just going to put whatever along my diagonal bit. And my title is just Brew because we're dorky and we say, how do you brew when we're having a coffee? Because, you know, all families have their little weird whatevs. Oh, and this thicker is called Surprise. And it's rather nifty. I got it from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. Brew. And if there's just a little here, oh look, there's a couple little asterisks. That would help to bring it around as well. I'm going to do Brew, period. Like it's a whole sentence, people. All right, so I'm going to use those two asterisks while I'm at it to make this feel like there's reasons for, I'm going to just have them tucked under in a couple places so that the title is in different places. You know, that rather, I don't know, distinct, it's a real word, title is in there. So let's get these little enamel dots bits off. Not enamel dots, these flare. Oh, got the bit off with that. And I wouldn't mind using the last one as well for some nice dimension. Pretty much, I mean, I know that I create dimension and things are popped up, but I like to get that shadow beneath things. Okay, not gonna fight as much with that. I have some little dots right here that I can use. These are these cheapo ones I found at Joann's. I thought I would try them out. So, oh, they're like, look at the uber dimension on that bad boy. Yeesh. Okay. So these little guys, which I think are awesome, just get to get tucked in here and there as well. So pretty. You know what? This time I'm going to go right there and bring it down because I like the idea of Brew, you and me, because her and I were slurping through some brew. Do I want that? I want to break up the depth. I'm going to put that one right there. I like the idea of it being slightly tucked, but above the photo, kind of like a header. Okay, have those pieces in. Now I'm going to go ahead and tuck these little bits in. I think I'll use, guys, I'm trying to use up all of these adhesives right now. It's like this mission I'm on. Okay, so let's see how we want to tuck these cute little bits here and there and everywhere. Oh, those are pretty. Absolutely gorgeous color combo to have them popped in. So layered and layered and layered and layered. Pretty, pretty. So up and down and all around. So I'm going to pop them in. Then I just have to sit back and decide, is there anything else I want to do? Anything else it's kind of feeling? Ooh, I'm going to layer those too. I like the difference in colors. Pretty, pretty. So I am an uber fan of this color kit. I didn't know what I was expecting for the September kit, but these colors are awesome. Aren't they cute? If you look at them like this. Oh, guys, when you guys place your next order at Shimmerz, put my name in the comments to get yourself a little freebie. Like, for sure, for sure. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do? Instead of that just floating by itself, I'm going to put this up here and pop that on top of it just for a little bit of layering. There we go. And I think I need to get a little bit of adhesive under this one because it's going right on top of mixed media. All right. It's like on there, but not on there, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So I'm just going to hold it down for a second. But this is pretty much the basis of my layout. Now I'm going to come back in, do some splatty bits, and see if there's any other little goodies I can add in. And I'll be right back. Okay. occurred to me I could do splatty bits with you just the same as without you. All right, I'm gonna cover my photo for the most part. Let's start with ocean water since I am smitten with this color. And I think it's gonna bring the back and the front and the front and the back together just that amount. That is gonna be awesome. Oh yeah, already I'm like, okay, yes. Because my white cut file, while I do love that it's white, it needs to just get just a little bit mucky. It just has to be part of the whole party, right? And you're not gonna see as much in the floral, obviously, because it's all patternedy. But I was able to keep some of the white up here, which, believe it or not, I was trying to keep white. And y'all know that I am not huge into white space, but I do love the way it's coming out. So now I'm gonna go in with the night moves, and I think definitely wanna get some of the silver in. So yeah, same thing, doing splatty bits with all these colors, and then I'll really be right back in a second. So here is the finished layout. All I added was a couple of these Amy Tan stickers and these cute little flower bits, and they were just enough to make it feel like my layout was finished. But we have lots of dimension. I purposely did not tack down my leaves because I like when they curl up a little bit and lift off the page. So fairly simple, but very, very fun. All right, I will have links down below for all of the Shimmerz intel information, all that kind of good stuff. If you have any questions, pop them down and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye for now.